Hello, welcome back to the underground. This is part 3, and I told you I'll show you the outside, and it's pretty well much finished, except I'm going to rechange all the trim. Instead of 1x3s, I'm going to change it to 1x4s. But as you can see, I'm out here in a wooded place, and there's a cornfield out here. And then the wood starts up again on the other side of the cornfield. Woods that way, and woods that way, all the way around me. It's a pretty wooded place, but still some open wide spots. And got a couple of kayaks. You all know my van. And my most favorite thing out here is my hammock. It just got done raining, so it's going to take all night for it to dry. But I'm going to show you the tiny house build. This is part 3. Now on this, as you could tell, was a Dutch roof. And the reason why I put the air conditioner there is because I didn't have the loft done, but it's actually going to go at the very top, so I get better circulation. And when it's really hot, I got some cool air right directly on me from in my bedroom. This will probably end up being a double pane sliders. I got some prices on them, and a cheap one is about $1,000. A good one is about $1,300. I haven't decided which one I'll go with, or if I can find a used one. That's the main door coming in and out that you've seen on the inside. But look at the roof. That roof will last many, many years, and it's all metal, so the color of it is dark. Now, in the summertime, it generates a lot of heat, but with the insulation, it'll hold the heat out in the summer, and keep it from being too cold on gray days. But also, with that collar in the winter time, it's more sufficient and more cheaper to heat the building, the tiny house, because of the darkness, and it attracts the heat, and it does help heat the building on sunny days in the winter. And on gray days, I'll have a propane fireplace on the inside. So that's what it looks like on this side. I ain't got no windows in over here yet because I haven't decided exactly the way I'm going to make my rooms or my walls inside yet. But on the outside, I got the window in and screwed in and framed in and sealed, and it's ready for the 1x4 trims to be put around it. And I really loaded it up on silicone to make sure there's no way of any rain to get inside or any air to flow through it. And I really like that window, because even now, without the frame, you don't feel any air going in or out of it. And the windows don't fog up being a double pane. So if you got the air conditioner on, which I've had, I haven't seen condensation, build up on the window on the inside or the outside. And it's real easy to clean. So that's what it looks like. I'll show you the back side. And I'm thinking about maybe building a pop-out where either the kitchen, right here was where the kitchen's going to go, but if I build a pop-out, it will slide out, and that would be like a little dining room session where you got your table and benches or chairs, whatever, which way I go with it. It'll slide out, and then I'll have 4x4 posts on pivots so that it comes out, and then it's just a matter of leveling it out with some flat blocks. And as you can see, it's not bad at all. Metal roof. It's got flashing. It's got everything to keep the weather out. And that's what it looks like on the outside. So, and this window is great. I'm glad I went with the 6-foot one instead of a little 2x2 square window, putting them in there. I mean, it was expensive, but it's working. And right now that's a little porch, but I'm thinking about maybe turning this wall in a slide out, do a little bit of framing. And this is actually going to be a bathroom, but I think the wall that I bring out to here, I'll frame it in and make it, airtight and where it seals automatically when you pull it out to make the bathroom bigger. And it'll come out about another 4 feet, maybe 5 feet. And then I'll have that space and then all the way out here, and that would be perfect for a full-size bathroom pop-out. And then actually the front of the building will end up being at this end if I do go with the double glass sliders. And the way I'll have it framed, it'll be like a little hallway going in there, so kind of make it look bigger than what it is, and have storage on both sides, or you can build your tool room like I'm going to use it for a little while. But that's what it gets. I did get a text from the lady in Kentucky, and probably about not too long after that, I got a text from a family in West Virginia wanting to know how much this building is if I was to sell it as is. That's me not putting in no, I've already got it pretty well much wired for electricity, but that's me not putting no plumbing in. That's me not putting the insulation or doing the walls and varnishing them and putting the fancy stuff, is what I call it, to make it look really nice inside. That's all interior fixtures that I'll probably buy from like Home Depot and make it look really nice. Maybe more like a cabin inside. And then somebody on my channel sent me a comment asking me, could I make this into a log cabin? And yes, I can. I mean, I would kind of build it almost like that, except I wouldn't use the outdoor plywood that's out here with the designs, because that's just trivial. But what I would do is I would use 3/4 inch plywood, and then if they wanted to go with half logs, I could plumb the half logs in to make it look like a log cabin. But I think they're wanting me to make one out of real logs. So I'm waiting for them to send me an email back. They got a picture they want to send me, so. And then almost all three of them wanted to know how would I get it to where they live, and that's transportation. There's companies that will move these long distance or short distance, just depending, but that's an extra cost. Unless you got a flatbed trailer that you can pull, like a hot shot trailer, those would work perfect. They're fifth wheel hot shot trailers, and if you don't know what those are, you can look it up. You can pull them with a pickup truck, or get somebody like Prime or Builder's Transport or Snyder that has flatbeds just to come in. And what you would need is, if you want it to be delivered on a flatbed, I would have to rent a couple of forklifts to lift it up so a flatbed can slide up under it and chain it down. And when I speak of a flatbed, this is one unit. and it's built where it can't be taken apart to take the top off. I can build them that way where the top comes off, so the truckers don't have to worry about the 13.6 inches, 13 feet and 6 inches of bridges and stuff. And if you're a truck driver, you know what I'm talking about, 13.6. But there's all kinds of ways to do it. And one company can lift this up and set axles underneath it. It's just axles that clamps to the building, and then and the front of it is on like a half trailer. It's pretty cool. And then they can pull it, and it's got wheels, and they drive it down the road, and when they get done, they just lift it up and take the axles out, and then it sits down like this one. That's the way they did this one when they brought it out. So another one was wanting to know what the price is just as is, and I've done a lot of work to it, but normally this one runs between $7,500 and up to $8,500, depending on your floor plan and dimensions. And then it'll be like this, and but it's just a shell. You have to go in and do what I'm doing to this one, or find you a good carpenter that can do it, and or try to do it DIY, which ain't that hard. There's so many YouTube channels, including mine, that will teach you how to do it and how to save money and everything. But this is I believe part 3, and I will upload this up to YouTube and maybe tomorrow, and I will link all the videos to the do-it-yourself tiny homes. And I've already got a little bit of extra money into this, so the people who's wanting to know how much I would sell this for, I would sell this for straight out $7,500, and you find somebody to ship it for you or to bring it, unless you got your own hot shot trailer. And give me a text down below, or not text, comment, or those of you who do have my phone number from my channels from other videos, you can email me or call me direct. And I can build these to be exactly within diameter, so they don't have to put oversized loads or have flaggers to go with. That's expensive. But with pop outs, so you would get a lot more room eventually. Chickens are following me. And with the slider pop outs, like here, could come out another 4 feet or 6 feet to slide out. And same way with the bathroom could slide out. You would actually not have to worry about how it ships, because they'll slide back in if you ever have to move it. And just like on a camper, you've seen pop outs. I can make these big or bigger, longer pop outs, or add-on where you can just screw it to the building with T25s and seal it with your weather tape all the way around it, and them too would be insulated, and the roof would be a pitch so the rain comes off from it, for those of you who want to use the roof for collecting rain into your rain barrels. A lot of people want that, and I'm going to do it on one side, and because when I put my solar panels, the rain will still hit and fall off the roof, and I'm going to get about 4 55-gallon blue waste, or not waste, but rain barrels. And then if something happens where the water goes bad in the well or something, with the filters. I got drinking water and shower water or whatever. So leave a comment down below if you're interested in buying this one. $7,500 as is. And if I put more work, which I'm going to, I'm getting ready to do the installation. That's going to be about another $1,000 with the best insulation, roll-out insulation, and I'll have to buy a pallet and a half of insulation to do this right. And then the insulation will be about 5 or 6 inches thick. So when I put the interior walls up for the finished product, it'll all be nice air packed and tight and be warm in the winter and cool in the summer. So let me know what you think. If you got any other ideas or you got a floor plan that you want to send me, just let me know. So without further ado, God bless each and every one of you. Have a good night and see you on the next part 4 of the video as I do more work. So have a good night. Bye bye.